Hello. Jonathan hasn't made it back yet. I hope that we are streaming. It says that we are. There's Jonathan. Just popped in, didn't you?
Just popped in.
Did you have a break at all?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, well, I'm glad you had a
I
break.
had enough. I had enough of a break.
Hmm. Do you know what
Yeah,
we're covering this week?
Geminates, right?
Does that make you happy or sad?
I don't know. We'll see how you do.
It's not how I do. It's the fact that this is not an easy topic.
No, it's
Let
not.
me turn this on. Here we go. Boom. We are in session 32 of this coverage of Show's grammar. Next week, we're going to cover lesson 29, but we're going to split it into two pieces because first section, we're going to cover
Michael says
passives,
hello.
pual and hufal.
Hello
Hello
again,
again.
Michael.
And then the following week, we're going to do conditionals
And as does your
and
mom.
the
She says,
co-passive.
"Hello, my child." Hello, Jonathan.
Hello, my mother. I need to get you to figure out how to write shalom in Hebrew. That would be cool. Anyway, so we're going to split 29 into two parts, but right now we're on 28. This is Biblical Hebrew 101. Remember, Yihiyu leratzon imrei fi v'hegion libi lefanecha Adonai tzuri v'goali. May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be pleasing be pleasing before you, lefanecha. We always said it in your sight, is how we said it in English, but O Lord, my rock and my redeemer. These are our wonderful Patreon friends. So if you guys are able and willing, go to patreon.com/the Hebrew Cafe and give us a sign up. We very much appreciate it. All right, the word Geminate that we're looking at today is from Latin geminus. Geminus means twin. It's not geminus, it's geminus. Geminus is a twin, and the plural is gemini, like you would say Gemini for the horoscope. Gemini. Gemini are twins. In Hebrew, we say teom and teumim. Teumim. So geminate, that is geminus, geminate roots, are those in which the second and third radical are twins. Radical 2 and radical 3 are the same. For example, the root of the word limdod, madad, is mem dalet dalet. And so we call it a geminate, a twin root, that the dalet dalet is the same letter. I said limdod, but you could also say lamod. Lamod. This is what we're going to look at in the forms. So there are two types in tal, that is the katal yiktol and the katel yiktal. The latter hides the doubled radical, and we'll see that there's a lot of interplay between them. I hope you read the book because this is not an easy topic. But basically, look at these verbs here with type A. We've got the verb savav. Savav, we can see that the second and third radicals are the same. Bet, savav. This means to surround or to go around, like Joshua surrounded the city and blew the trumpets. Arar. Arar is he cursed. It's a synonym to kilel. Kilel, he cursed. Arar, he cursed. So when God cursed the serpent, he says, Arur ata mikol chayot asadeh. You are more cursed than all of the animals of the field.
I wish, Jason, I wish that I could vibrate my uvula, but I cannot. Aroo, aroo. I
Arur.
cannot. I
Arur.
cannot.
Next is the word balal, where Babylon is said that the languages were mixed up or confused. Balal. Balal, we can see that the lamed lamed are the same letters. Madad, he measured. Madad. Nadad, he wandered, like Cain wandered. It says he wandered in the land of Nod. Nod because he nadad or nad, he wandered. And Shaddad, to despoil or to rob or to destroy. Shaddad. Shoded is a pirate. Shodedei Caribim, the pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh.
Shaddad. Yes. Another thing that could happen in the past tense, instead of saying savav, that second letter that's doubled can just disappear. Like am means people, And amim has a doubled mem, long mem, and it means peoples. So tam is from the root tamam, with two mems, but the last one disappeared. Tam. Khat is from khatat. Mar is from marar. Kal is from kalal. Rav is from ravav. And Ra is from Ra'ah, with two ayns. These are all geminate roots, okay? But there a couple of things can happen. Either it can be fully expressed, like savav, or the second iteration of that root letter can disappear, like tam. Okay.
Hello, Roderick.
Hello. My mother says if everyone watching and chatting hits the like button, it really helps the Hebrew Cafe. Oh my goodness, what a
make her director of marketing.
Yeah. So this is the katal of both types. Notice that there are a lot of similarities. Okay, so let me turn on my pen.
My pen.
And we will start here. Saboti and tamoti. Sounds the same. You can see the sin or the samech bet in saboti. The dagesh doubles the bet. Saboti. And you can see here, taf mem, tamoti, it's the same. Okay, so what's going on? Tam means it was completed or it was finished. Tam. Savav, he went around, he surrounded, he walked around. You will find both savav and sav. So sav can be like tam. Savav. This is the problem with the geminates, is that you will find them in a lot of different ways in the text of the Bible. So tam, this is the rule. Now I'll give you a rule. Okay, that there are two types. There are two types of endings in the katal, in the perfect. Okay, we should have noticed this all along, but the first type is vocalic. There are vocalic endings, and then there are consonantal endings. I hope you've noticed that this is ti, ta, nu, tem, ten. These are consonantals, either taf or nun. And then there are endings that are a and u. This is in all of the binyanim. It's all the same. So with the vocalic endings, it just adds the ending. But with the consonantal, it's going to add ot. And this we also saw with middle week in the Hifil. So hevin, we saw hevin means he understood. But when it's I with the consonants, it's going to insert O, and it's going to be havinoti. Havinoti, I understood. Havinoti. Havinonu, we understood. So the same thing is happening in the geminates. Okay, so tam, tama, tamu, tamoti, tamota, tamot, tamonu, tamotem, tamoten. Okay, the exact same thing happens. It's predictable as long as you remember that vocalic versus consonantal suffixes. So savav or sav, saveva or saba, savevu or sabu, and then the consonantal endings saboti, sabota, sabot, sabonu, sabotem, saboten. Exactly the same. So this is surround, and this is to be complete or to finish. We see often this is mostly seen in the infinitive construct. Betom, whatever, when he finished doing it. In the finishing of doing something else. Okay? This is madad, which is he measured. It can also appear as mad. Hu madad or hu mad. He madada or he mada. Him madadu or him madu. Okay, so again, it's either or. Madoti, madota, madot, madonu, madotem, madoten. It's not Madonna. It's madonu. Okay, so the same here. Arar or ar, arera or ara, areru or aru, and then the regular pattern: aroti, arota, arot, aronu, arotem, aroten. Notice the long, the holding of the long vowel in that first syllable. It doesn't reduce. I want to get rid of these marks here. Okay. Jonathan, do you want to run us through this one? It's just the same as the rest, but it's just a different root. What's the first root mean?
I don't know, Jay. I do not know. I have not looked at this.
But it's Cain.
Nadad.
Cain and Abel.
Nope.
There was a mark put on Cain, and he wandered in the land of Nod.
To
wander.
Yeah.
Lindod.
He wandered in the land of wandering?
Yeah. So Nadad, you could also say Nad. Nadada, she wandered. You could also say Nada. Nada. Nadadu, Nadu. Okay. You could say Nadadati, Nadadata, Nadadit, Nadadno, Nadatem, Nadaten, or you could use the O in insert. You could say Nadoti, Nadota, Nadot, Nadonu, Nadotem, Nadoten. You can have both.
Neat.
Yeah. The same. Rav, Rabba, Rabu. Ma, Rabu, Ma'asecha Adonai. How great are your works, O Lord. Rabu. So Raboti, Rabota, Rabot. Rabota sounds like Russian. Rabota in Russian means work. Rabota. Rabonu, Rabotem, Raboten. We're going to see an explanation in a second that will help with all of this. Okay, so this is the imperfect, the future. Where we had in the past Savav, in the future, we're going to say Yasov. Yasov. Okay? Yasov becomes Asov, Tasov, and Tasov. And Tasobi, you see the doubled bet right there, Tasobi. And Tasobi looks just like Tasobu. Okay, so we've got Nasov, Tasovna, Tasovna, and Yasobu. The form should be pretty predictable if you've figured out what's going on with the doubling. How are we doing? What's funky about this part of the grammar book is that it doesn't give any example sentences. All it does is gives the forms. And yeah, that's a pain in the butt, but that's what it does. This one, we have this word in the book of Joshua, al-Tichat. Al-Tichat. You remember that? We read that in Joshua.
I do not remember it.
Let's see here just a second. Al-Tichat. Not this one. Al-Tichat. See it?
I do.
Al-Tira ve'al-Tichat. Do not fear and do not be dismayed. Let's look for another example. Al-Tichat. Al-Ta'orot ve'al-Tichat. This is what in Joshua chapter 1. This is what it's God commanding Joshua. Look what it says. I hereby command you, be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened or dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Al Techat. It appears in Joshua. This is
Jason, I'm going to have to leave halfway through. So I've
no.
got 15 minutes. Sorry.
Okay, so this is basically a synopsis of what we've got going on. The Kal are divided into two, type 1 and type 2. So we've got Savav, the future Yasov, the imperative Sov, the participle Sovev, built on the full root, the infinitive construct Sov, and the infinitive absolute Savov. Okay? Should be the we'll get into the next slide and then I'll say something useful. This is not useful, but the next slide will be useful. So tam, it means it's finished or completed. Yetam, it will be finished. Tam, imperative. Tam, participle. Tom, infinitive construct. And tamom, infinitive absolute. This is useless. And I'll tell you why. There are only two infinitives absolute of the Geminate in the Kal that I found anywhere in the Bible. I went through today and I looked for them one by one by one by one. I looked at all of the infinitive constructs in the Kal of the whole Bible, and the only two that I found were Sorov in one verse and Aror in another verse. So there are only two instances of the infinitive absolute ever in the Hebrew Bible. So it's really not important. It's not important. You don't need to. This is what I'm going to say in the next frame of the next slide, is that none of this is really that important. You don't need to memorize this. You just need to be able to look at it and try to figure it out when you see it in context. So the nifal of this root savav is nasav in the past, right? Nasav. And so nasaba feminine. Nasaboti, I think. Nasavti. This is, we don't need this, but it exists. Yisav, hisav, also nifal. Nasav is the participle. Notice that the past has the short A and the participle has the long A. That's characteristic. Hisov, infinitive construct, and hisev, infinitive absolute. So many things, you just need to see them, and that's it. Hisev, we do use. This word is used in modern Hebrew, hisev. Hisavti, we say, but I think in the Bible it's hasiboti. Hasiboti. Yesev, or Yasev in the future, Yasev. Hasev, imperative. Mesev becomes mesiba, which is funny because the word mesiba in modern Hebrew means party. Yay, party. Mesiba. But mesiba means like turning it away or turning it around, making it go around, something like that. Hasev and hasev, the same infinitive absolute and construct. So lehasev, you would see lehasev as an infinitive construct. We're going to get past this and read this next frame to make you feel better. Recognizing Geminate verbs. This is from page 137 in the book. Okay, 137. So you can read along if you want. It is simplest at this stage in the study of Hebrew not to memorize the exceptional or mixed forms. Rather, when an unknown form is encountered when you're reading, the root should be reconstructed according to the regular paradigms. Right? Don't memorize all this uncommon stuff. But when one is unable to locate the root in the dictionary, one should consider a geminate root. Okay, thus, for example, yashud is assumed when you're looking at it first to be a kal imperfect form of should. But when it is learned that no such root is attested, one may then try shadad. If you can't find it in any other way, try to think of it as a geminate and see if it's there. By the same token, one may assume that naots is nifal form of roots. But when one learns that roots never occurs in nifal, one may try ratzatz. Many geminate verbs, it should be noted, have genuine alternative roots with the same semantic range that are second vav or yod or third hey. And examples include the following. So, the root hum, hey vav mem, and the root hamam, hey mem mem, mean the same thing, to be in turmoil. The root tzadi vav resh and tzadi resh resh, these two roots mean the same thing, to tie up or be in distress. Okay? I don't know why. So you can say tsarli, it means I have distress, and tsarul is like tied up. They mean the same, they have the same meaning. Resh bet hey or resh bet yod and resh bet bet have the same meaning of being numerous, a lot, to be great even. Shaga or shin gimel yud and shin gimel gimel both have the idea of being in error, to do something wrong, to do something by mistake. So bishgaga means by mistake, and shagui means mistaken or wrong. That is the end of this presentation. Wow. What is that to say? The geminates are difficult for everyone. They throw them at the end of the book because they don't expect you to memorize this. Right, Jonathan? Do you have all this material memorized?
Of course not. Nope.
Yeah, I don't either. I would say that this resembles the geminate, like future and infinitive, resembles the nifal of middle week. So the like. I want to say like the word for being circumcised. Nimol is circumcised. And I think that limol means to circumcise, I think. See, this is the thing. These forms are so uncommon, it's not even worth memorizing. But I want to look up the forms exactly. How do I do that? I go to the website pe'alim.com. Here, I'll pull it over. Pe'alim.com. The root is mem vav lamed, and it's in the nifal. Not lamul. Okay, lamul is not nifal. This is the kal. Lamul is to circumcise, but to be circumcised is the passive. Lehimol. Lehimol. Lehimol, to be circumcised. So when we're looking at the nifal of the middle week, it looks something like nimol, right? And what we have here, like madad and how about we look at arar? Okay, the infinitive is laor, to curse. Laor, like limol. It feels odd because we want to say laor means to the light. Right, Jonathan? Laor, to the light.
Yeah, you would think.
But laor means to curse. So it's a good idea to keep this this website, pe'alim.com, handy. So if you look up a form that you don't know, you can find it. Nobody knows everything. Okay. Homework will be on Thursday for lesson 27.
Oh, look, I don't have to leave early.
Yeah.
Nice.
Following that, on the 28th of July, we're going to be reading again and covering the first half of lesson 29. And then after that, doing the homework for this lesson, that is 28. Apart from that, basically, this is all up. And we can hang out and chat if you want. I don't have anything after this because Colton's out of town, and we've been doing modern Hebrew after this, and he's already gone. He's not coming back tonight, so I don't have anything
Rodrigue
to do.
says, "Where can I get the book?"
Oh, Amazon.com. They've got, hold on, Amazon.com. It's called.
I remember
It's
that
by
when
Seow.
I remember that when Asbury taught this book, the main reason why we picked this book was because of the affordability of the book as opposed to others. So that is a factor to look for. It's cheaper.
I don't know why we had it when I was in Bible college. Posted the link in the comments.
Probably because Lambden cost like $90.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. So there's the link to the Amazon place.
Yeah, it's from.
Bye, Lori. Lori's leaving us. Look at what she said.
Bye, Mama.
Jace,
See you later.
Talk to you later soon. And I need to go as well.
Biblical
But I'll wait.
Hebrew. Revised edition, 1995, from Abington Press. That's the name of it. It's not a great book, but it covers all the grammar, and it has a lot of reading exercises. That's what I like about it. And I like that I learned Hebrew from it 25 years ago. So, all right. So we will call this an early meeting. And yeah.
Oh,
HFTF, you came late.
HFTF is just in time to say goodbye.
Yeah, we went through. The thing is, you don't need to memorize this stuff. It's just, and there are no example sentences we can go over in the grammar. I don't feel like pulling up things from another grammar right now to go over them, but it's just stuff you need to like go over and look at the paradigms, try to work through it in your brain, what's going on with the doubled, with the dageshes and what's happening. So that's something you can spend your time on. If you guys are interested, Josh Bowen is going to be doing from Digital Hammurabi is going to be doing a course in Akkadian upcoming, and it is $300 through Digital Hammurabi. If you want to sign up over there, I'm going to be studying with them, as is Kip Davis. Like, I don't have any experience with other cognate like Semitic languages. This is going to be my first outside of Hebrew. So if you guys are interested, you should hit it up. Go on digitalhammurabi.com and sign up. And you can contact Megan through the website, and she will give you all the details. Anyway, good luck, and we will see you guys next on Thursday, right? On Thursday.
All right.
Bye, Jonathan.
Bye, Jason.